I stopped my daughter's wedding 2 weeks before the ceremony. People asked me, how could you do that? Are you out of your mind? I know how crazy it looked. But looking back now, it was the best decision of my life. My daughter Sarah was my miracle baby. I had her at 42. Sarah's father died in a construction accident when she was 4. And I raised her alone in Denver. I worked 3 jobs: hotel housekeeping, retail, and weekend catering. When Sarah graduated from Stanford and got hired at a tech company, I cried tears of joy. Last spring, Sarah brought home her boyfriend. Mom, this is Bradley. I've told you about him. 35 years old, a managing director at an investment firm in San Francisco. Tall, well-dressed, articulate. Mrs. Thompson, it's an honor to meet you. Sarah's told me so much about you. Please, come in. Bradley took my hand firmly. What you've done, raising Sarah on your own. I have nothing but respect for that. I liked him. He seemed to care about my daughter. Bradley visited often after that. He brought flowers, wine, thoughtful gifts. Mrs. Thompson, I got you this supplement. It's supposed to be great for joints. Oh, you shouldn't have. I want you healthy and around for a long time. You're important to us. Sarah was radiant. Mom, what do you think of Bradley? He's great, right? He seems wonderful, honey. I'm so glad you approve. They decided to marry after 3 months. I was thrilled. Wedding planning moved quickly. Venue booked, apartment lease signed. Then we met Bradley's parents at an upscale steakhouse in Palo Alto. Hello, I'm Sarah's mother. Yes, hello. Bradley's mother looked me up and down, though I'd worn my best dress. Bradley speaks very highly of Sarah. Thank you. Sarah feels the same about Bradley. So, Sarah's father. What does he do? He passed away. Construction accident when Sarah was young. Oh, I see. Must have been difficult, raising her alone. The words were sympathetic, but her eyes were calculating. Over dinner, the conversation turned to wedding contributions. We're covering the venue and catering, of course, Bradley's father said. But traditionally, the bride's family handles certain expenses. I felt uncomfortable. This wasn't how I'd imagined the conversation. We haven't finalized everything yet. Well, Bradley has an excellent position. 6-figure salary, stock options. I'm sure you'll want to match that appropriately. Bradley's mother smiled tightly. Sarah's face went pale. Mother, that's not really. What? I'm just being practical. Everyone understands how these things work. I felt uneasy, but Sarah loved him, so I stayed quiet. 2 weeks before the wedding, we went to select furniture for their new apartment in the city. Sarah, Bradley, and I arrived first. Bradley's mother was running late. A young saleswoman greeted us warmly. Welcome. Shopping for your new home? Yes, we're getting married next month. Congratulations. Let me show you our newlywed collection. Sarah was excited, asking questions, imagining their future. Bradley, what about this sofa? Looks good to me. Then Bradley's mother arrived. Oh, you started without me? We just began looking, Mom. Well, let's start over. I need to approve what she's picking out. Sarah doesn't have much taste. The saleswoman began her presentation again. After viewing several pieces, Bradley's mother asked about a bedroom set. How much is this? $3,200, ma'am. $3,200? For a bed frame? That's ridiculous. Our pieces are crafted from solid hardwood. Solid hardwood, particle board, whatever. Way overpriced. What's your discount? I'm sorry, ma'am, but we don't negotiate on prices. Don't negotiate? Every furniture store negotiates. What kind of scam are you running? The saleswoman looked flustered. Ma'am, our pricing is transparent and competitive. Competitive? This is highway robbery. Get me your manager. My manager isn't available right now, but I can. Not available? Call them. Now. Bradley's mother's voice rose. Other customers turned to look. Sarah tried to intervene. Mom, it's okay, we can just. You stay out of this. I'm handling it. Then she turned on the saleswoman. How old are you? 20? 21? Learn some customer service. The girl looked close to tears. She couldn't have been more than 19. I'm so sorry, ma'am. Let me see what I can do. See what you can do. Just give us a decent price. Please, if you could lower your voice. Lower my voice? Are you telling me what to do? Bradley stood there silently. His mother was berating this young woman, and he said nothing. That's when I couldn't take it anymore. That's enough. My voice cut through the store. Everyone looked at me. Excuse me? Bradley's mother glared at me. I said that's enough. This young woman has done nothing wrong. Mrs. Thompson, I'm handling this. No, I won't watch this anymore. Mom. Sarah grabbed my sleeve, but I'd made my decision. I'm sorry, but Sarah won't be marrying Bradley. What? Bradley's mother's face turned crimson. Mom, what are you doing? Sarah cried out. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I can't let you marry into this family. Mrs. Thompson, surely we can discuss. Bradley stammered. Bradley, you might be a good man. But you just stood there while your mother humiliated someone. And ma'am, the way you just spoke to this girl. That shows me everything I need to know. How dare you insult my family? I'm not insulting you. I'm protecting my daughter. I spent my whole life being looked down on for working service jobs. But I never treated anyone the way you just did. My voice was steady and firm. Sarah, please. Sarah, I love you too much to let this happen. I turned to the saleswoman. I apologize for this scene. Then I took Sarah's hand and walked out. Behind us, Bradley's mother shouted, "You'll regret this." No, I won't. That night, Sarah stayed in her room crying. The next morning, she emerged with swollen eyes. Mom, I called Bradley. We're done. Oh, honey. You were right, Mom. He's nice, but he'd never stand up for me. Sarah hugged me tight. We lost the venue deposit. People gossiped, but I didn't care. 6 months later, Sarah brought home Marcus, a high school teacher she'd met through friends. He wasn't wealthy or impressive on paper, but he looked at Sarah with genuine respect. Mrs. Thompson, I brought you these. He handed me flowers. Sarah mentioned you love sunflowers. At their small wedding a year later, Sarah whispered to me, "Thank you for saving me, Mom." I don't regret it for a second. Sometimes love means saying no. Sometimes protection looks like breaking something that appears perfect. That day in the furniture store, I didn't just see someone haggling over prices. I saw someone who treated service workers as beneath her, and a son who wouldn't defend the vulnerable. If I'd stayed silent, Sarah would have spent her life shrinking herself. Real love sometimes requires hard decisions and fierce boundaries. I stood up for my daughter that day, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.